Hey Robert, how's it going? I hope you don't mind me calling you Robert. I thought I saw you mention in one of your videos, so I'm hoping it wasn't a secret. If it was, I sincerely apologize. Now, I wanted to make a couple of comments really quickly. Firstly, the Bible doesn't say Jesus was in a different body. All the examples of Jesus not being recognized by his disciples were because he was covered in some way or he was a long way away. Now, your answer to my first question was essentially the explanation I gave why it doesn't sound right to me. To use a more specific example, if we as humans got Albert Einstein's genetic code, then we pulled his memories and thought patterns out of his brain, which may or may not be stored in formaldehyde somewhere, then made a new body of his genetic material, then implanted the thoughts or etc. into this body's new brain, would you consider that Albert Einstein brought back to life? I would consider that a clone of Albert Einstein and not the original. I would assume you would think the same as me. The problem here lies in that you're explaining God is doing the same exact thing. Yet when God does it, that's considered a resurrection. And you said yourself that you believe that to be a resurrection. If humans had the capability to do what I outlined above, according to your definition of what a resurrection performed by God is, humans have just resurrected a person. There's no unique quality involved. There's nothing specifically that God can do that humans can't in this example. In fact, in a short time, it's incredibly possible this is something within the realm of human capability. So it becomes a matter of, do you consider newly created thoughts which match that of a deceased person inside of a newly created body which has the same genetics as a deceased person a resurrection of that deceased person? Or if you feel that there's got to be something else to it, there's got to be something unique that is restored to that person which makes them the same instead of a clone of that deceased person, albeit that thinks and acts exactly the same. Now, your last line of your video is very telling because it's the last line of my introduction video, essentially, though obviously in different words. The question you asked is, do you believe? Or, in other words, do you have faith? There's a unique thing about your beliefs or Jehovah's Witness beliefs. It's not that it's an interpretation or that it's even a belief, but it's the truth. In fact, it's believed that all other beliefs start from Satan, right? If someone tells me that God is a Trinity, and I don't fathom how God could be three beings, yet one being, all at once, one of the answers they might give to me is, it's within God's capabilities, even though we don't know how. You have to believe. Faith is all well and good. However, if your belief has to rely on simply faith as the answer, if your belief answers a question regarding it by simply restating the question as an explanation of how it's possible, then I fail to see how your belief would be any better than any other belief. Why did Egyptians believe that Osiris was born a virgin? Faith. Why did the Vikings believe that Odin created all things? Faith. Why do Jehovah's Witnesses believe that a recreated mind put inside of a recreated body is not a clone in the actual original person? Faith. It all boils down to faith, and I don't know how that makes any belief more true than any other belief if they rely on the same techniques to hold that belief. If Satan's method of making people believe is the same as Jehovah's, well, I think you might want to find a new method for belief.